A seismic shift felt around the world as old rivals joined hands and new alliances were formed. In a sudden stroke, BRICS expanded its reach from east to west, staking its claim as a new power bloc on the global stage. In the dynamic landscape of global economics, the expansion of BRICS, which has doubled in size within a mere 2 decades, is driven by its formidable economic strength. This growth has garnered substantial interest from nations seeking to broaden their global engagements amidst evolving geopolitical dynamics. Anil Trigunayat, a seasoned Indian ambassador well-versed in Middle Eastern affairs, emphasizes BRICS' allure as a mutually beneficial alternative for nations increasingly favoring multilateral arrangements. President Putin's assertion that around 30 countries await inclusion in BRICS, representing roughly 40% of the world's population and over a quarter of global GDP, underscores its growing significance. Suo Luo, a respected fellow at Trans Research, underscores China's pivotal role in expanding BRICS to counterbalance the dominance of the G7. The inclusion of key Middle Eastern players, traditionally aligned with the US, marks a strategic victory for China in expanding BRICS' influence. Gulf nations, in particular, stand to gain from closer ties with India and China, enhancing their diplomatic reach and exploring new trade avenues. The diversified makeup of BRICS, now encompassing significant Middle Eastern players, opens doors for extensive economic collaboration beyond traditional oil-based partnerships. Gulf nations, by engaging with BRICS members like Ethiopia, Egypt, and South Africa, strengthen their positions as key trade hubs and reduce reliance on oil revenue. Moreover, enhanced access to Africa through BRICS membership empowers Gulf nations to contribute significantly to initiatives like China's Belt and Road Initiative, promoting sustainable development and fostering cross-border cooperation. The inclusion of Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, both formidable financial powerhouses and key energy suppliers, into BRICS has ignited conversations regarding the potential for China and Russia to counter US influence on the global stage. Anil Trigunayat acknowledges the prevailing trend towards what he terms a Cold War 2.0 scenario, suggesting that emerging multilateral alliances like BRICS could serve as a counterbalance and prevent complete polarization. While China and Russia may see BRICS as a tool to challenge Western dominance, Trigunayat stresses that the alliance is not solely driven by anti-Western sentiments. With a diverse membership including India, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Iran, and Egypt, BRICS represents a spectrum of policies, including a commitment to strategic autonomy. Suo Luo emphasizes the strategic importance of Gulf nations, particularly Saudi Arabia and the UAE, in recalibrating their strategies towards the East, aligning with BRICS countries to access new markets and broaden their economic engagements. As the United States increasingly competes with these oil-rich nations in energy markets, BRICS membership provides them with a platform to enhance connections with emerging powers and assert their influence on global economic dynamics. In essence, while China and Russia may aim to use BRICS to challenge US influence, the alliance's diverse composition and objectives mirror a more nuanced geopolitical landscape. Here, varied nations collaborate to pursue shared interests and navigate intricate power dynamics. Iran's accession to BRICS, hailed as a strategic victory by its supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, is poised to reshape its international standing and unlock new opportunities for the nation. Membership in BRICS signifies a crucial step for Iran in gaining increased legitimacy on the global stage, particularly during domestic unrest and ongoing sanctions. By aligning with emerging economies in the global south, Iran aims to diversify its trade partnerships away from traditional Western dependencies, which have been hampered by long-standing, nuclear-related sanctions. One significant advantage Iran stands to gain from BRICS membership is the opportunity to engage in trade with growing economies in Eurasia, a region where its main trade partners are located. By shifting focus towards non-dollar-based transactions and exploring partnerships with BRICS nations, Iran seeks to reduce its reliance on the US dollar-dominated international financial system. While the process of diversification away from dollarization may be gradual, BRICS membership offers a morale boost for Iran and enhances its credibility among countries in the global south, particularly those involved in initiatives led by China. Moreover, BRICS membership provides Iran with a platform to enhance its national branding and access alternative markets. potentially attracting investment from other member countries. Overall, Iran's inclusion in BRICS presents a significant opportunity for the nation to bolster its economic resilience, expand its global outreach, and navigate the complexities of international relations in the 21st century. The addition of Egypt and Ethiopia to BRICS, despite their ongoing disputes over the Nile River Dam project, raises concerns about potential conflicts within the alliance. However, Anil Trigunayat remains hopeful, suggesting that BRICS membership could serve as a platform for economic integration and dialogue between the two nations. By participating in BRICS, Egypt and Ethiopia might discover common ground and strive towards peaceful resolutions to their bilateral issues, with the backing of other member states. The varied economies and foreign policy objectives of BRICS nations pose challenges for reaching a consensus within the alliance. Suoluo acknowledges the complexities stemming from the absence of a central authority of secretariat within BRICS. Discrepancies in agendas and priorities, such as discussions on dollarization and the establishment of a unified currency, underscore the necessity for coordinated efforts among member states. Despite these hurdles, BRICS holds considerable economic clout, surpassing the G7 in terms of purchasing power parity. Although it currently serves more as a platform for dialogue than in defining governing body, BRICS has the potential to evolve into a more influential player in global affairs, particularly in shaping discussions and agendas that prioritize the interests of the global south. While BRICS encounters challenges in reconciling divergent interests and coordinating actions among its members, the inclusion of Egypt and Ethiopia reflects a dedication to fostering economic cooperation and dialogue, even amid bilateral tensions. As BRICS continues to expand its economic influence, it could assume an increasingly significant role in shaping global agendas and promoting the interests of emerging economies. The new development bank, established in 2015, has undergone significant evolution over the past decade, emerging as a viable alternative lending institution aimed at providing loans under more favorable terms compared to traditional entities like the World Bank and IMF. Anil Trigunayat suggests that while the NDB may not pose an imminent threat to Western institutions, it presents additional avenues for countries seeking financing without the stringent conditions typically associated with Bretton Woods institutions. With the recent inclusion of the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and other nations, the NDB's financial foundation is poised for substantial expansion, thereby bolstering its lending capacity. While it may not instantly emerge as a direct competitor to established institutions, its presence acts as a catalyst to reform within existing multilateral development banks. India, during its G20 presidency, has advocated for reforms in these institutions, and the existence of the NDB underscores the necessity for greater adaptability and inclusivity in international lending practices. Furthermore, concerns regarding the potential misuse of financial instruments by the United States have prompted discussions about conducting transactions in national currencies rather than solely relying on the US dollar. This shift in approach, embraced by countries such as India, China, and Russia, reflects a growing inclination towards financial autonomy and diversification. As these developments unfold, questions arise about the future balance of power in international finance. What do you think? Will BRICS and the NDB reshape the global economic order, or will traditional institutions maintain their dominance? Let's start the conversation in the comments below. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.